Fucking Joe Allen. Joe Allen. I don't know. It looks like a poor man's Pirlo. He comes on the last minute of this game, which is already one of the most breathtaking games of football I have seen in many years, and he just sends the Kop mental. Sends the Kop into frenzy. Last minute goal. Jurgen Klopp.
Such a bro, man. He's such a bro.
He
might as well just start drinking during games. Like, nice big pint on the sideline.
He enjoys football.
He's a fan.
He enjoys the game.
He looks like a fan, and that's awesome.
And there's nothing better than watching Jurgen Klopp experience this footballing match better than anyone else would, because he loves watching Liverpool. He loves world football. He loves his job. He's not there to talk about philosophy and ups and downs and lefts and rights. He's there to try and win the match. And that is what sets this game apart for me as one of the best. Now, don't get me wrong. There's been two great games the last couple of days. Newcastle 3-3 with Manchester United. Bring you some coverage on that today. We'll touch on it. But this game, it took off from the get-go. We get Firmino banging in a goal, deflected out, good save from Czech, and he puts it into the back of the net. Then we get Aaron Ramsey coming back, evening things up, 1-1. Then we get Firmino. Where does this came from? Bangs in a shot in the top corner. We're sitting there and we're thinking to ourselves, what is going on?
Into a frenzy.
A banging strike.
Shite. Holy shite. It's a holy shite moment.
That is a holy shite moment.
And then following that was Giroud, correct?
Giroud making sure that he scored 8 goals in 8 away games.
Giroud. But on that goal specifically, it should have been 3-2 Liverpool. Because, I mean, granted, in retrospect, defense should have been there. I was talking to you before the clip and what the F was Liverpool doing during that set, or however you want to put it? When that corner came in, they had nobody guarding the post.
Yeah.
They had nobody really guarding Giroud. There was a missed header, whoever was in front of him. It slipped by what looked like a huge window. And by the way, that happened a lot during the game for Liverpool. There's a lot of space for Arsenal to work in. So Liverpool should have won 3-2, or Arsenal should have won 4-0.
Yeah,
it should not have been 3-3. But it makes no sense.
We're happy to watch it be 3-3.
I was thrilled. It was an amazing game. But still, it makes no sense how that game, when you're watching it, is like, how is this going to be? How did it end 3-3 from a guy named Joe Allen, who just opened a rivaling insurance company next to Phil Jones?
Well, that's funny, because when you type in Joe Allen from the United States, the first thing that comes up usually is a footballer. It's a restaurant in New York.
Very good restaurant.
Is it a good one in New York? Yeah, well, that came up.
5-star.
Maybe after this goal, he will pip that restaurant, and he will be the #1 face when you type in Joe Allen. So many people, I already had my memes ready. I was sitting there thinking, right, he brings on Kolka, who's the new defensive signing, puts him up top. This is Jurgen Klopp's decisions. Puts him up top, and you're thinking to yourself, what are you doing, mate? Like, I want to be your friend. I like you. You're a bro. But I have to criticize you. You're trying to win this game. You bring in Joe Allen for Emre Can, who's not exactly shining in all examples in this game. And you bring on Joe Allen. And I question this. And this is a funny thing. I'm going to throw to a conversation between me and my old man, me and my father. You call him the old man.
Fasha.
So let's take a look at what me and my Faja were saying back and forth to each other. So this is on WhatsApp. So my dad, completely as Scottish as you Scottish can be, I'm going to talk for the rest as if in our conversation. So he says, I think Liverpool will get one. And I say, getting close now, mate, need to push forward. And then he said, done the right thing, taking that, and I think he meant to say Emre Can, but he said Chan, he's shite. And I said, and this is my response, my genuine response. Aye, but Joe Allen, though, he sounds like a plumber. And he does look like, it's just like a very kind of go-to normal name. He's almost like he's just a stereotypical guy you're going to throw on, bearded and all. And then he comes up with that. And then my dad says he's trying to look like Pirlo with that beard. And then he responded, what was that, 4 minutes later? The plumber scores. And I said, I'm going to show this on the clip. So very good and strange sequence of events, which goes on day-to-day basis between me and my father. We love to talk the beautiful game. And this is what I love about this game. The reaction from Jurgen Klopp, the passion that's shown. This is why this game sets itself apart for me. And I can argue all day, all night about why I love this game. But more so the argument about the Premier League. Yes, the competition signifies that the teams aren't as good as the teams are in La Liga. But you get a 3-3 game yesterday. Manchester United by no means are exciting. But still, you get a 3-3 game between them and Newcastle. Newcastle fighting relegation. And then you get the two top teams coming together. And it's just an exchange of blows. Just both teams going at each other, non-stop excitement. And for those that question whether or not there's enough goals in football, whether there's enough excitement, that's a perfect example of why I love the Premier League, why I love this game. And I've said this many times, and I will continue to reiterate it because there will be many, many more like this. So your overall takeaways, were you happy to see Liverpool equalise? I know you're I know the ship. This is the Swansea ship. This is the Liverpool ship. And Jason is very close to jumping.
When Swansea is relegated at the end of the season,
and you can thank everyone can thank
you can thank me for that. Sorry, guys. Then I'll have no choice but to root for Liverpool in the Premier League, which is fine because Jurgen Klopp is the man, and I want to drink with that man. Really bad.
You rooted for them a little bit when they had Balotelli, though.
Well, that's totally separate because wherever Ballo goes, Jason follows. But look, Liverpool strong on the counter, fun on the counter.
So fun.
Lightning fast, and I'm so used to watching Barcelona's counter, and that's just a super unfair three-headed monster. What are the three-headed monsters called in mythical, like...
In Harry Potter?
No, yeah, well, there's a dog, but whatever. Hydras. A Hydra, that is Messi, Neymar, and Suarez. But Liverpool doesn't have that, obviously, form of talent, but they still look lightning fast. And by the way, it exposed a lot of holes when they were trying to get back. And Arsenal did not exploit them. But Liverpool looked good for the first time in, I want to say, about 7 matches because they've only had 2 wins in the last, 17. Been struggling. Obviously, new system, new Klopp, new mentality, new philosophy.
Those philosophies. You cannot escape those philosophies.
If you will. They look good. Firmino's goal was a get-out-of-your-seat type of...
strike. Similar like Wayne Rooney. We've had some fantastic goals the last couple of days. We've seen Wayne Rooney strike against Newcastle. What a game that was.
He's back!
But yeah, no. Is he back? Don't call it a comeback. But let's talk a little bit about Arsenal because I don't want to go through this clip without mentioning Arsenal. And people this will further push people towards the assumption that
you hate Arsenal, so please explain please explain why you hate Arsenal.
I was so impressed.
So much.
So impressed with Arsenal to come back from going a goal down to going and then to get themselves back in front. To get themselves fighting back. When you see every goal, this is just a small thing. You see every single goal that Arsenal score. They're full team, man. They are in it to win it this year. They realise that this is their chance. If they do not win it this year, I don't know whether Wenger's going to step down himself. I don't know whether they're going to have a change because this is the best chance. This is Liverpool 3 or 4 years ago, how many it was, with Suarez at the helm, leading forward. They have a good, strong dynamic. They have the best player in the Premier League in Mesut Ozil. They have a great, informed striker at the moment in Giroud, who still doesn't get enough credit. They have Joe Campbell working back like a young Roberto Carlos defensively, putting in tackles. They have heart. They have more heart. They want to win. And of course, they struggle towards the end there to contain a long ball into the box. They don't track a runner. It's a slight mistake, and you will be punished in the Premier League. But I don't think it's going to hinder them as much as it feels at the moment. It's going to feel heavy. You're so close to getting a brilliant win to take your lead at the top away from Leicester, which is now just at goal difference. Man City dropped points. But it still showed heart. Still showed comeback mentality. It still showed why Arsenal are a team to be reckoned with this year. There's your compliment. Shove your I hate Arsenal right up your rear.
I mean, you do.
I don't.
No, you don't. You really don't. You tell me all the time when they're playing the way they are this season, they can win the Premier League. And actually, it's not that they can; it's they should. They should. Nothing against Leicester, who did have a 1-0 victory
against Tottenham. Yeah, let's do. On that note, let's go as my trusty phone. Let's take a look through the results from the last 2 days. So, looking at yesterday, Newcastle, Manchester United, great game, 3-3. West Ham, Payet and that team are just booming. 3-1 over Bournemouth. Can they make a European spot? Abso-friggin-lutely. Aston Villa defeat Crystal Palace, much to the happiness of the true Geordie, who loves to see the demise of Alan Pardew. Man City now, moving into today, a very dull, but nonetheless, Man City outscore Everton 22-7. Not outscore, sorry. Outshoot them. That would be a great game, 22-7. I was on a roll there and I was feeling myself, so I decided to keep going. So they outshot them 22-7, still held 0-0. Stoke beat Norwich 3-1. Stoke in a fine run of form. Also, Southampton 2-0 victory over Watford. Chelsea 2-2 to West Brom.
They're back.
Comeback has been halted once more, dropping a late goal to West Brom. Where is a realistic finish for Chelsea now? I do not know. Top 10 will be a success for Gus Hiddink, I believe.
No, they're sitting right at 14th, and that's exactly where they'll finish.
And Jason, Sunderland beat Swansea 4-2.
Yeah, it's on me. They got red carded in like the 8th minute. I mean, they're down a man, and they're going to get relegated. I mean,
It's not looking good for the Swans. It's not.
Granted,
looking
they
good.
did score. They did make it, I think, 2-2 or 1-1 down a man to tie it, which is impressive. But at the same time, man, that team has fallen.
They've fallen by the wayside.
The wagon. Like 5 games in, it was Gomez and Ayew were winning like Premier League Players of the Week, Premier League Players of the Month.
They were
and
going to
looked
win the
like
league.
a dirty two-headed monster, and I was, climbing across the desk.
You were riding the wave of success.
In Gomez's fashion.
And you're riding the wave, and what happens when the tsunami hits? Where are you? You're jumping to the
Me?
Scousers.
I'm like the guy in like the Simpsons meme who like backs into the bushes and comes back out with my Liverpool shirt on.
All right, and then the final one, the score that was obviously Tottenham losing to Leicester City. I didn't see that one coming. I did not see it. Great sign of resilience for Leicester, slamming our hands down the table.
They keep proving me wrong.
They're proving everyone wrong. Never underestimate Leicester and never underestimate Leicester and never underestimate the English Premier League. That's the one. That's the winners. We don't need to do winners and losers. The winners are us. We're the winners.
Bold statement to go with. The top 4 are set. Arsenal, Leicester, Manchester City, and Tottenham will be the top 4 at the end of the Premier League. I just don't know who wins.
Bold! Hit the subscribe button. TYT Sports, Francis Maxwell, Jason Rubin.